Today I wanted to talk about one of my mini fire kits in a tin. I'm out and about today. I've actually got my iPad sitting here on a cage strap, a box strap, so bear with that. But these tins here, so I use them for all kinds of survival purposes in my kits. So I bought a couple dozen of these actually and got them for like next to nothing on eBay or Amazon. So this one here is my fire kit, and I've got it labeled Basic Fire. So this is it's like an Altoids tin, only it's a little bigger. It's not a rectangle, and it's a little bigger square, but it's not quite as deep, which there's some give and take there. So opening it right up, I've got just some napkins here. I've got them taped on there into the roof just to utilize some more space, some more dry tinder. Getting right into the top, I've got a cotton ball pulled apart. There's not really a big purpose for this, but cotton does take flame really easy. Again, these tins aren't waterproof, so if this gets wet, I might be in trouble. But generally, I keep it in my pocket, and it's not going to be exposed to a whole abundance of water. So here's the cotton ball. I've got crayon. I broke it in half for space. But crayons, they do burn well. I've tested this. I've seen mixed reports about them. I've tested it on my own. They do burn well. They put off kind of a foul smell, and they're messy. So it's not something I'd want to use in an emergency situation indoors for sure. But they do burn well. You'll get I don't know. I've had anywhere from 8 minutes to about 15 minutes out of them at the top end. Here I've got waterproof matches. I've got a half a dozen in each little bundle here, so I've got a dozen of them, a dozen waterproof matches. I put a little bundle of toothpicks in here. My dog's trying to climb up here. I put a little bundle of toothpicks in here. Get back. For kind of like some little fire tinder. I don't know if that's going to be useful or not for me. I mean, it's small tinder, so some kindling that I thought would be helpful. I've got a few Q-tips that, again, the end of these will take a flame real well. So I had the space, so I put them in there. I do have, obviously, a Bic lighter. Bic lighters seem to last a while, and this is a smaller one, so it doesn't take up a whole lot of space. And this little bundle here, this is some bank line I have. Cordage is always good. But I've got stormproof matches in here, and there's a striker in there. These will, you can dip these in water and strike them, and they will light. And they put off a real heavy, strong flame for a while. I've got, just like you've seen in some of my other kits, I've got birthday candles in here. They just increase the longevity of your flame. And the other dog's coming in. They increase the longevity of your flame. So an extended flame is great. I've got dryer lint, which, for those of you that don't know, dryer lint takes a flame very well. It's actually how a lot of people's homes burn down. Their hose getting clogged up with dryer lint, it catches fire. So that is great for starting fire. I've got cotton balls soaked in Vaseline, like you've seen in some of my other kits. Great fire starters. I actually ran a test on this. A cotton ball, not pulled apart, but a cotton ball just lit, burns for, if I'm not mistaken, 56 seconds, which is a good flame. But with Vaseline on them, I got 7 minutes out of it, so that was handy for me. I've got a little baggie in here, and what I wrote on it, but you can't see. This is rubber cement in this bag, and I've got a couple Q-tip heads in here. Rubber cement is very flammable, so what I would do in a situation is I would just light this bag, and that rubber cement takes a flame real well, or takes to flame real well, and burns pretty good. Burns hot and will burn for a good little while. In the bottom of this tin, I've got another razor blade that I use for cutting tinder up, shaving sticks. I've got a striker for my matches, and candle wicks. You've seen that in some of my other videos too. I've got 2 candle wicks here, kind of braided together, so they'll put off a little bit bigger flame and last a good while. So that is my mini fire kit, and again, all this just goes back in this tin. I can throw it in my pocket, and I'm pretty certain that in most situations I can get fire just with this kit. It's not very elaborate. I do have elaborate fire kits in some of my bigger packs, but for a kit that'll slide in my pocket and I don't even notice it there, I mean, 9 times out of 10 I will get fire with this kit. If you've got any questions or anything, let me know. And again, if you guys have some little kits like this, I'd love to see them.